It's week 6 of high school football in the Shore Conference. I'm Rich Crampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to shoresportszone.com. Once again, we have our cameras all around Monmouth and Ocean County getting ready to bring you some awesome high school football. We're going to get started right here at Rumson-Fair, where there was a big A Central showdown. St. John Vianney unbeaten against 3-1 RFH. That kicks off our week 6 coverage.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the St. John Vianney Lancers is brought to you by Paver Restoration. Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Shore Regional is brought to you by Surf Pro of Eatontown Long Branch.
Rumson-Fair head coach Jerry Schulte out due to gallbladder surgery. Hope he's back soon. That's Charlie Perello taking over as interim head coach for the Bulldogs. St. John Vianney had a magnificent opening drive. Third down, this is Hazik Daniels moving the chains. Big first down run right there. And the long drive is capped off. Fourth down, they're going for it. Hazik Daniels has the first down and a whole lot more. Good job of keeping that ball on the option read. Hazik Daniels from 31 yards out makes it 7-0. And then it was time for one of the top playmakers in the Shore, Zaire Sterling on the swing pass. He gets to that corner and see you later. Look at the speed by Zaire Sterling. 64 yards. Just like that, it's 14-0 Lancers in the first quarter. The St. John Vianney defense was tremendous, and Nick Denseski's having himself a year. He had 2 sacks in the first quarter, give him 8 for the year. He leads the Shore in the sack department. Second quarter now, up 2 scores. Chris Chukwineke gets going. Look at Chris Chuck go. Hurdles over people, shedding tackles. Chukwineke with a huge run all the way down to the 26-yard line. He wasn't done there. Get it back to Chris Chuck. Good push by the O-line there. Look at the hole they opened. Chukwineke down to the 1-yard line. And the future Villanova Wildcat closes out the drive. 1-yard touchdown run. 6:53 to go in the second. 21-0 St. John Vianney. Rumson-Fair trying to get something going late in the first half. This is Michael O'Connor. He missed last week with an injury, not at 100%. Good run there. It would lead to this. Thomas Chapin, 32 yards. It's good at the half. 21-3. St. John Vianney up 18. Third quarter. St. John Vianney driving, but a big stop there by Mike Ruane, committed to the University of Massachusetts. He shows why there. So now SJV has to punt. And we are about to show you one of the best special teams plays of the year. Looks like it's going in the end zone for a touchback. Are you kidding me? Pedro Braga. Take a look at this save. Wow, that is one of the best plays we've seen all year. Rumson-Fair trapped at their own 1-yard line. That's a great play by Braga. Wow. So now, Rumson pinned deep in their own territory. Nick Denseski, another big stop there. The Lancers are going to get the ball back with awesome field position. Hazik Daniels dumps it out. Zaire Sterling. And there goes Sterling inside the 20. And as you can see in these highlights, St. John Vianney was just dominant. Johnny Buchanan up and over, breaks the plane. Take a look at Buchanan right here. That is awesome. The ball goes over the plane. Touchdown from a yard out. 28-3. Fourth quarter now. O'Connor trying to get something going. But Pedro Braga there for the INT. What a game for Pedro Braga. And then here's Hazik Daniels going to the air. Samuel East gathers. Woo, that's a good catch right there. Down at the 2-yard line. Give credit to Rumson. They were down 25 points. They kept battling. Chris Chukwineke looking for his second rushing TD, but Mike Murdoch causes the fumble. That's a touchback. So Rumson gets the ball back, but the story in this game was complete domination by St. John Vianney. Check out 44 right here. That's Josiah Walker. He played a great game. This St. John Vianney defense was absolutely tremendous. And Derek Sininsky has to be awfully proud of his St. John Vianney Lancers. 28-3 is your final. St. John Vianney is now 6-0 on the season. Look at the numbers for Chris Chuck. 22 carries, a $134 in a score. Zaire Sterling continues to make long touchdown plays each and every week here on ShoreSportsZone.com. 6 catches for a $131. His 64-yard TD was awesome. After the game, we caught up with the head coach of the Lancers, and the scary news for the rest of the Shore Conference, SJV hasn't hit their peak just yet.
And we just feel right now we're at a point where we feel that snowball is getting bigger and bigger, and we didn't want to go to reach the top that early in the season. You know, it's like the NFL, it's like college. That hot team come along playoff time, that's the team that we want to see. You know, so we don't want to be great right now. We just want to keep on getting better and better and better until we hit that state playoff.
Well, we have great coaches, a great offensive coordinator, Coach LaCava, and he knows to get me the ball when I need it against these tough teams when we need to get a little action happening out there.
We don't just start playing here. It's all week from Monday in film room, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we're here. You know, thanks to the scout team, like we said over here, scout team, you know, they're getting us better every day, and we just came out and played today.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Middletown North Lions is sponsored by Beacon Awards.
At Wall High School, the 5-0 Crimson Knights coming off a comeback win over RBC, hosting Middletown North. At the half, Wall down 1, 7-6. First play of the first drive of the second half, Donald Glenn wastes no time. Brendan Kuby, 40-yard touchdown. It's 14-6. The Lions have an 8-point lead. But we have seen Wall come back on more than one occasion. Here's Eddie Scott fighting his way for 13 yards. It's a first down. And as the third quarter comes to a close, the drive would continue in the fourth. This is Scott to Gene Scott. And check out Gene. Whoa! Bowling over tacklers. That was pretty awesome. An 11-yard gain to keep the drive going. And it would lead to this. Eddie Scott from 5 yards out. He gets it over the plane. Touchdown, Crimson Knights. Wall is down 2, 14-12. So now the Crimson Knights go for 2. Scott rolls out, finds R.J. Janicek. We got a tie game, 14-14, 7:31 to go. The Middletown North has an answer. A little trickery here. That was Nick Kish. He doesn't have it. It's Donald Glenn lined up at receiver, and he launches. Look at Kuby. A 49-yard gain. That was a great little play design right there. Now we go back to Donald Glenn under center. Looks like he's in trouble in the backfield, but he finds Brendan Kuby, and watch him sidestep the defender here. 23 yards. Brendan Kuby's in the zone. 21-14. Mid-North back up 7. So Wall's got 5 minutes and 2 seconds to get back even. Here's Eddie Scott to R.J. Janicek. That's a 17-yard gain, and the Crimson Knights are on the move. Same drive. Eddie Scott to Gene Scott. Boy, Gene Scott has emerged in the last couple of weeks. Boy, he runs with a purpose. 16 yards after putting his shoulder down. It's 4th and goal, 4-yard line, 32 seconds to go. The game is on the line. Eddie Scott looking to force OT. The pass is incomplete to Gene Scott, but hold on. We've got pass interference, and the drive stays alive. 27 seconds left. Eddie Scott is in the zone. Touchdown Wall, 21-20. We're an extra point away from overtime. But Middletown North Special Teams Unit delivers in a big way. The extra point is blocked. How about that? What a way for Middletown North to pull out the victory. And you can see the elation from the Middletown North Lions. That was one whale of a football game. 21-20 is your final. Woo! Wall loses for the first time in 2016. Middletown North improves to 4-1. And we continue to talk about Class B North, a great division where the teams are beating each other up. Middletown North's lone loss to RBC on a last-second field goal. Wall's only lost now to Middletown North. Don't forget, you have Manasquan, you got Red Bank Catholic, Middletown South. This was just a tremendous football game. Second straight week, Wall put on a dazzling display. This time they fall just short. And we want to thank Beacon Awards in Middletown, stepping up as our Middletown North sponsor. You need a varsity jacket, you need a plaque made, help out our friends at Beacon Awards. We wouldn't have been in this game if it wasn't for Beacon. So thanks, guys. And after the game, our Alex Lorenzo caught up with Donald Glenn, who was happy to see his team get a signature win on the road.
That was a hell of a team over there, but, I think all week this was the most prepared we've been all season. We knew they were, undefeated, and, they were the best team, that we're going to be faced so far. So, all week we've watched film and we prepared mentally and physically, and, we lost some guys, throughout the night, but overall it was a great team effort and a great win.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Point Boro is brought to you by Tech Art Builders and Twin Boro Allshore.
A battle of unbeatens in B South. Lakewood on the road at Point Pleasant Boro. The Piners 4-0. Point Pleasant Boro comes into this game with a 5-0 mark. These two teams would put on quite a display. Going to start things out. It's 4th and 14 for the Panthers. And here's James Farah to Hayden Fry. Great running after the catch. Fry gets the first down. And it leads to this. James Farah, 1-yard touchdown run. He's in the zone. 7-0 Point Pleasant Boro in front. We've seen so many dynamic playmakers for Lakewood this year. Here's Kyrie Jenkins getting in on the fun. Jenkins gets loose. This is good for 39 yards. And then on 4th and 8, Zaire Jones is going to get that first down. That's a great run by Zaire Jones, good for 19 yards. So tough to bring down. And then the brothers get together. Zaire to Jair, 22-yard touchdown run for the Joneses. 8-7, Lakewood goes up 1. We have seen James Farah make so many great plays on Shore Sports Zone. He's at it again. Well, he is so good in traffic, and he knows how to get separation. Farah with a 52-yard run down to the 2-yard line. On the very next play, Farah gets his second touchdown. This is a 2-yard run. 14-8, Point Boro goes up 6. Lakewood put a drive together, but great pressure there by Ronnie Leda leads to a Nate Chiarello INT. He returns it to the Lakewood 40. But the Lakewood defense would come up with a big play of their own. This is Honore Richardson. He comes up with the pick. At the half, it's 14-8, Point Boro up 6. And this game would stay tight throughout. Second half, first possession, Farah back to pass. 80 Palmer with the big hit. And it falls right into the hands of Jasir Cooper, and there he goes, 28 yards. Wow, that was a great play by Palmer. Cooper took care of the rest. LJ Clark, you see him there all fired up. Lakewood is back out in front, 16-14. The Point Boro turns to its ground game, and Tanner Gordon. Look at Gordon go there. That's a 27-yard run. And here's Tanner Gordon one more time. Tanner Gordon. Great run right there. And it would lead to this. Tanner Gordon from 15 yards out. Touchdown Point Boro. The Panthers have a 20-16 advantage. And then the big play of the game comes here. Lakewood down 4. Tries a reverse on the kickoff, but we've got a fumble. Trevor McNamara recovers. The Panthers get the ball back. They've got awesome field position. And James Farah is going to take care of the rest. His third touchdown run of the game. This one is from 3 yards out. And the Point Pleasant Boro Panthers remain unbeaten. 26-16 is your final. It was a real close game. This wasn't an easy double-digit win for Point Pleasant Boro by any means. You saw that turnover there late. That was really the difference that gave them that 2-score advantage. James Farah has been tremendous. 178 yards, and 3 TDs on the ground. Tanner Gordon gets the other touchdown as he runs for a 101. Lakewood gets their first loss of the season, and now Point Pleasant Boro is in control of B South. They're 6-0 after a 10-point win at home over Lakewood.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Red Bank Catholic is brought to you by Immediate Care Medical Walk-In of Red Bank. Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Long Branch Green Wave is brought to you by Rosario Realty.
The Red Bank Catholic Casey's on the road at Long Branch to face the Green Wave. Saw some real good playmaking in this game. Early on, good D here by Desmond Blackman, stuffing Zach Bear. And then how about Bear? Loses the handle on this fumble, absorbs a hit, and Zach Bear just keeps on running. That could have been like a 5-10 yard loss. Instead, Zach Bear turns it into a great return. More Long Branch D. This is Elijah Sharon. Nice stop here, dragging down Bear. And Long Branch played a real good first half. Nick Bruska goes to the air, Brandon Lombana. Great catch by Lombana. And Nick Bruska took some huge strides as a throwing quarterback in this game. Here's Bruska again to the air. This time he's picked off by Pasa Fields. But as we're about to show you in these highlights, Nick Bruska did some good things through the air. Starting here, Bruska, his first varsity touchdown pass. Max Hazard comes down with it. Touchdown Casey's, 7-0 RBC in front. Long Branch would draw even at 7, but here comes RBC again. Bruska running right at you. And then, little swing pass to Max Hazard. Look at Max Hazard go. Great run right there. He's dragged down inside the 10-yard line. And RBC takes the lead once again. Good push by the O-line. Bruska up the middle. Touchdown Casey's, 14-7. Late second quarter. It looked like Long Branch was about to seize the momentum because Keith Cooper does it again. Long touchdown runs are Keith Cooper's specialty. The speed devastating. 14-14, a minute 4 to go. Looks like Long Branch is maybe sounding the upset alert, but hold on. There's a lot of time on the clock for RBC. Matt Ansell. Look at him go. Ansell out at the 23-yard line. And here's Bruska. This is a beautiful ball. Brandon Lombana comes down with it. Touchdown RBC. The Caseys take a 21-14 lead at the half. They scored that in under a minute. Halftime festivities, including the homecoming court. Congratulations to all the winners right there. Third quarter action. It's Mark Dennis on the run. Dennis, good mobility right there. The drive would stall. And then RBC now has a nice balance. They're throwing it, and they can still run the football. Look at Zach Bear go. Keith Cooper might have saved a touchdown right there. He drags Bear down in Long Branch territory. And Bruska is picked off here by TJ Fosk. So 2 picks for Nick Bruska. Good job by the Long Branch D, but really, Bruska really did some good things. Logan Whalen here out of the Wildcat. RBC has a 7-point lead in the third quarter. And they're about to make it 14 because Bruska on the play action rolls out and finds Matt Ansell. Touchdown RBC, 28-14. We got a 2-score game, but Long Branch kept battling. They've got such a tough schedule, but they can make plays. That's Pasa Fields. That was awesome. Fields comes down with it. The drive would come up empty, and Nick Bruska putting up Carson Wentz numbers tonight. That is Jaden Key, and Jaden Key is gone. This made it 35-14 Red Bank Catholic. Long Branch would get one more score on the board very late in the game as Mark Dennis swings it out to Kevin Porch. And this would close out the scoring. But it's Red Bank Catholic prevailing on the road. 35-20 is your final. You see the numbers for Nick Bruska. He had 4 touchdown passes. Before this game, remember, Nick Bruska, a third-string quarterback. He primarily ran the football for his previous 3 games as a starter. He completed just 1 pass against Wall, but he really opened things up And I think with this, RBC is going to have a much more balanced offense for the rest of the season. RBC with a huge test next week. The 4-2 Casey's travel to 6-0 St. John Vianney. Should be a great ball game. RBC wins by 15 on the road at Long Branch.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Manalapan Braves is brought to you by Hit Training.
The Howell Rebels back home hosting an undefeated Manalapan Brave squad. Howell has been a great team to watch. The Rebellion out in full force. Team USA theme. And here's the opening drive for Luke Corsione. Finds Scott Scherzer. This to the 23-yard line, gain of 15. But a good play here by the Howell defense. That's Matt Mazowskis coming at you. A big quarterback sack. Wow, that's good stuff right there by Mazowskis. But the drive would continue for Manalapan as Corsione finds the future Temple Owl. This is L.J. Holder. That's a first down to the 11-yard line. And it would lead to this. Corsione, nice play action. Fires to Michael Taylor. That's an 11-yard touchdown. And it's 6-0 after the blocked extra point. That's a great job by Nick Chambers, stuffing the extra point. More Manalapan offense. This is Naeem Mayfield. Man, he is fun to watch. Mayfield had a monster game. This is a big run all the way down to the 7-yard line. And Naeem Mayfield's going to cap it off up the middle. 5-yard touchdown run for Naeem Mayfield. It's 13-0 Manalapan in front. Some great defense here by Manalapan. Check out Chris Maximic. He's a good fullback as well. That's a good tackle for loss right there. But this Howell team really came to play. This is Eddie Morales coming right at you. Morales with a 3-yard touchdown run makes it a 13-7 ball game. More second quarter action. Here's Corsione beating the rush, and he fires to Sean Kinneberg. This is a 65-yard touchdown. Wow. Manalapan has a 20-7 lead late in the second quarter. They would take a 27-13 lead into the half, but the Braves fan section, all decked out in pink, would have to sweat this one out till the very end. Howell was able to score 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get even at 34 apiece, but Naeem Mayfield had the game-winning touchdown run, and that proved to be the difference. Boy, can't say enough good things about the job that Luke Sinkhorn is doing with the Howell Rebels. That is a much, much improved football team that gave Manalapan all they can handle and then some. But it's the Braves, 6-0 with a 41-34 win over Howell. Mayfield has 212 yards on the ground, and Luke Corsione fires 3 more touchdown passes. Give him 17 for the season with just 1 INT as the Braves remain perfect in 2016.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Modern Day Prep is brought to you by Gold Coast Cadillac.
At Asbury Stadium, the Blue Bishops hosting undefeated Modern Day Prep. The Ceros have been tremendous in 2016. Opening kickoff. Trouble for Modern Day. They came off that big win against Shore Regional. Eddie Lewis loses the handle. The fumble recovered by the Blue Bishops. And Asbury Park going to make the most of that turnover. Paul Reed breaks loose. He's in the zone. 21 yards. Bounces in there. PAT no good. 6-0 Asbury Park. But do not sound the upset alert. That was the only real miscue for Modern Day Prep. They answer right back. Marvin Pierre coming right at you. Whoa, you want to tackle him? Get out of his way. 17-yard gain. And it would lead to this. George L.C. Pearson. Look at that push by the O-line. He's in the zone. At the end of one, we're tied up at 6 apiece. Second quarter is when Modern Day really gets going. Pearson eludes the rush, finds Kyle Devaney. Ooh, that's a big block right there. Eddie Lewis laying the lumber there. That was awesome. 21-yard gain. And then Pearson up the middle, lowers his shoulder. He won't be denied. 9-yard touchdown. two-point conversion makes it 14-6 Seraphs. Modern Day's defense is awesome as well. This is Isaiah Henderson. Great tackle for a loss right there. That young man is only a sophomore. And then how about a little trickery? This is Eddie Lewis on the back pass. He can chuck it. 53 yards to Kyle Devaney. And it was safe to say that Kyle Devaney was busy on Friday night. Here's Pearson to Devaney. Another touchdown. 10 yards makes it 21-6. More great defense by Modern Day Prep. The pass is deflected and into the arms of Justice George. George with his third interception of 2016, among the leaders in the Shore Conference. And George Pearson was really dialed in. Here the pump fake, and up top, Kyle Devaney, go and get it. 47 yards for Kyle Devaney. That's a beautiful pass play. 28-6 Modern Day Prep. The Seraphs cruising this one. 42-6 is your final. 42 unanswered points by Modern Day Prep. Dino Mangiero's team is now 6-0 on the season. So you thought maybe, just maybe, this could be a trap game for Modern Day after a huge win at home last Saturday over Shore Regional. The Seraphs are focused and are in a great position to run the table in the regular season. Modern Day gets 3 catches, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns out of Kyle Devaney. Pearson throws for a $134 and 3 scores, including 1 to Eddie Lewis. Modern Day 6-0 after a 42-6 win at Asbury Park.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Raritan Rockets is brought to you by Bayshore Community Bank.
Let's go to Matawan High. Good job by the Huskies dance team at the half. Raritan on the road with a 14-0 lead on Matawan. Third quarter, Mark Carnevale back at quarterback finds Vito Aleo. And look at Aleo go. 60 yards for the score. Vito Aleo is a highlight machine on Shore Sports Zone. 21-0. Raritan in front on the ensuing kickoff. Matawan has one dangerous return man, and his name is Derek Wiley. Look at Wiley go. The hurdle right there. Wiley with a 55-yard return. And then Matawan gets on the board. Jake Burlew to Derek Wiley. He takes it to the paint. 16-yard touchdown makes it 21-6. Remember, Wiley had that 373-yard game against Monmouth Regional. The Huskies finally got something to dance about. But Raritan was too tough in this one. The swing pass here to Philip Buccini. And Buccini, nice job right there. 18-yard touchdown. It's 28-6 Raritan. And what a way for Raritan to close things out. Vito Aleo is at it again. Coming at you. This is a 50-yard touchdown run for Vito Aleo. And the Raritan Rockets have put together 3 straight impressive wins. Great job by Raritan in this one. Vito Aleo did it all once again. 14 carries, 176 yards, 2 scores on the ground. He also had 3 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown catch. Raritan is now 3-3 on the season as they cruise to a 21-point victory on the road at Matawan.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Freehold Township is sponsored by Extraordinary Productions.
Let's wrap things up in Jackson. Jackson Liberty hosting Freehold Township. The Patriots looking to go to 6-0 on the season. It's 7-0 Freehold Township. Here's Charles Saba over the middle to Adrian Ribaltowski. He's in the zone. He is the Shore Conference's leading receiver. 14-0 Patriots. And what a game for Anthony Lottie. End around. The future Penn Quaker has serious speed. He's got that combination of size and speed. 66 yards makes it 21-0. And then Sabah. Look at Lottie. Breaking tackles. He's in the zone. Second touchdown catch for Lottie makes it 28-0 at the half. Third quarter, how about Sabah to Lottie one more time? Anthony Lottie is the real deal. And so is Charles Sabah and the entire Freehold Township Patriots. 35-7 is your final. Anthony Lottie had 3 touchdown catches and a TD run. Charles Sabaw threw 4 touchdown passes. He's the leading passer in the Shore. This Freehold Township team is fun to watch. They love to air it out, and it's shaping up to be an historic season at Freehold Township. They've never been here before. 6-0. Great job by the Patriots, who win 35-7 at Jackson Liberty. Coming up on Saturday, 4 more games of high-definition highlights to close out Week 6. And don't forget on Sunday to vote for Monmouth Building Center Game Balls for top play and top performer from this weekend's action. A special thanks to all of our sponsors. They're the reason we can bring you these great moments from high school football each and every weekend. For our team at Shore Sports Zone, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow with more high school football action right here on ShoreSportsZone.com.